Hey everyone, just wanted to take just a couple of minutes to have a quick conversation around small worlds. We often get the question asked, are we trying to be the next Facebook? And the answer to that is no. We believe that Facebook has its place, but we agree with the tens of millions of people out there that we need to have a viable alternative, that Facebook is not the place for all types of information and all types of sharing. In fact, we need to have an alternative to all free destination sites because the pressure for them to monetize those sites ends up into a area that tens and tens of millions of people are considering to be invasive, whether they're monitoring who your connections are, what you say, what you look for, what you search for, what you do, what you post, what you share. Many people feel that, well, that's not necessarily information to be used for advertising purposes. So many of people believe there needs to be an alternative, and Small World is our alternative to Facebook. First of all, it's very inexpensive, but you do pay for it, and there eliminates the need for us to try to monetize it through advertising. It's private. People don't even know where to find your private link to your private network unless you share it with them. And then you have an extended degree of control and capabilities in your small world now and moving in the future than we think might ever be possible in a giant Uber site like Facebook or Instagram or these other big popular sites out there. So what I'm going to do now is just take a couple of moments and walk you through just some of the high-level features of Small World so you can see it and touch and help to get your mind around it. Remember, our mission is completely different than these other sites. We're not trying to get millions of people to join a single network on which everybody's connected. We're trying to do something quite different. We're trying to inspire millions of people to the idea that it makes sense for them to have multiple private communities that they own and control and know where they are, and they share with people that are relevant to that conversation. That's the driver for Small World. So with that, I'd like to introduce you to Small World. So this is my hello, Small World moment. Once you send your private link out to the people you want to be a part of your small world, they create an account just like they do on the social networks that they're used to. Once they do that, they simply log in, username and password. Once they log in, version 1 of Small Worlds is designed to be very, very similar to what they're accustomed to in other social networks like Facebook and Instagram and these Pinterest and these other popular sites where you can post, make posts, share photos, see who your friends are. We have the ability to continually add our own unique functionality. We have some examples here of playing games and adding locations and things like that. But that's going to literally be a library of things we make available. You can jump back through time. This is going to be very, very useful. And say you have a family app or a friends app, and that app's been around for a couple of years or a few months. You want to be able to jump back to what was going on through a holiday or something like that. You can just jump right on over to it. You can, everything is designed to be very, very easy to understand and pretty straightforward. Remember, it's not the whiz-bang technology, it's just how practical we're connecting folks. So everybody has their own individual profile page that they set up. They can have their own unique picture, their own unique banner, just like they're accustomed to. And then they can actually see all of the posts that they have actually done themselves. So again, version 1 of Small Worlds is designed to be something that everybody can relate to. We have a messaging feature that allows you to direct message, personally message anybody that's you're connected with. So you click on their name, and it automatically adds them to your little message box, and you can send them a direct message, or you can send them. It also lets you know who's online. We have a point of presence built in, so it lets you know who's online and who's not online at a given point in time. Again, very practical, very useful features. That's as a user. Now, every small world has an admin, the person that kind of is assigned to be admin, usually the person that's bought the small world. And once they log in, they have feature and function control over many elements of their small world. How many posts you're allowed to see at a time, how many photos you're allowed to see at a time, what's the largest size photo you can upload, just a lot of different things that some people may want to control. One thing that I find very interesting is you can set how long somebody needs to be online for you to view them as being online. Before some people leave computers on all the time, but you can also censor words. So if you want to stop the ability for people to put profanity or certain keywords in your world just by putting it in that censor box, your members will not be able to type those words. You also have a statistics page that shows you basic statistics on your small world, what's going on in terms of posts and private messages, public messages, comments, etc. We have a manage users access where you can go through and delete users or edit information on users if they need to change their password or things like that. You can do that as admin. And we also have the ability for the members of your small world to report things that they deem to be inappropriate. When that happens, a notification is sent to the admin that a report has been made. You can look at it and decide whether or not you should delete it or let it be public. That's small worlds, folks. Nice, simple, practical, easy, and you can set up.
Who's watching you? Gets a little uncomfortable after a while, doesn't it? Especially not knowing who's watching. If someone is going to be watching you, wouldn't you rather it be someone you invited into your online life? Someone you invited into your personal, totally private loop. Friends, colleagues, family, even customers. Completely private and all yours. Small World is separate from the rest of the World Wide Web and those advertisers and other prying eyes that can invade your online experience and do you harm. Welcome to the first, the very epicenter of the future of social media. This is Small World. And once you're in on the loop, you can add or join other loops as well, giving you the freedom to travel between groups and friends and family without the hassle of trying to erase your tracks from those less trustworthy internet bullies. This is Small World.
So hopefully that helps you get your mind around our world. This is just the beginning. Remember, this is version 1. Most people don't even remember version 1 of Facebook because most people weren't using Facebook then. Most people showed up around Facebook many versions later and millions of people later. So we're excited about the solution we're bringing to a very emotionally driven and critical challenge out there in the marketplace of this struggle between the innate human drive to share meaningful moments with other people that mean things to us, and the struggle between that and privacy. So it's a legitimate and real struggle, and millions and millions of people are voicing their opinions. You can just go search social media and privacy issues, or Facebook and privacy issues, and you'll get some insight into how big that growing sentiment is. And this is just the beginning. So Alpha Loop, this is one of our products. Our next product related to this product is called Passport, and that's a mobile app that allows you to very easily share with anybody in any small world that you are a member of, share content in any small world that you're a member of, and be notified of specific things that happen in any small world that you are a member of. So it won't take long for you to come to the conclusion that if you think about it, that what we're doing is creating an environment for intelligent sharing and notification and privacy all together. And we believe that your data collections, whether that be in your small world or between people that you are sharing them with, should be owned and by you, or especially over time, right? Because you share a little bit now, fast 2 years, 3 years, 4 years from now, that little bit of sharing now becomes a lot of sharing, and that content is valuable to you. And there should be no gray areas as to who owns that content and who has access to it, and how that content can be used, and all these different things that people are debating about right now. So we hope that you get the spirit of small worlds. We hope that you create many of them, and we hope that you share them with people that matter, and you share things that matter with those people that matter, and have a great and good time. Take care. How much can we prepare to take advantage of what we come to understand? Because there are going to be things that just appear, and there are going to be moments in time. Now, a moment may be 5 years, 10 years, but in that moment of time, billions of dollars will change hands. And then another moment will come up. Here's something for you that people don't think about. Every day, just looking at the people that are getting their very first smartphone and downloading their very first mobile app, that's probably what used to be an entire industry. And that's happening week by week, month by month, in some cases, day by day, globally. When you look at how many people are getting their very first mobile phone today, very first smartphone today, very first mobile app today. Now, who do they get the mobile apps from? Well, therein lies the opportunity. This is really a battle of brand. If we can build a brand, if we can be in the top 10 names that come to their mind, we're talking about billions of people thinking about us. And then you can do whatever you think the practical math is on that of what comes out the other end of the pipe. But it's going to be an extraordinarily large number.